everybody, we're back for episode 2. Continue here. In this episode we want to cover what to do at night. Hopefully we've got enough supplies that we can continue working on things even though it's in the evening. So first thing we're going to do is build some ladders so that we can work on a basement. Lots of sticks for those. And we want to go pretty deep, so we'll do at least 3. Okay. And a chest there. So let's go ahead and pick a different corner for us to start digging down. Something like that. Looks like we're one short, so we'll need to build one more ladder. There we go. And this will allow us to build a basement down here. And the nice thing with a basement underneath a small house is you can make the basement as big as you want to. Go ahead and put a torch in here and in here. Looks like our pickaxe is getting low. Okay, so we have a nice ring around the outside. Now that we've got plenty of supplies, I'm going to build 2 pickaxes so that we're not constantly trying to build more axes for us to use. Okay, there we go. Slip up here. Alright, so we have a nice little basement now. If you do have the beds mod installed, you can actually build a bed to make the nighttime go faster. We're going to need wool and flour here. First thing we'll need is to make some dye. And then we'll need to make blue. This is pilzadam's bed mod I'm using here. Okay, go ahead and put this away. And we'll drop those leaves in there as well. Okay, so this gives us a bed. Now beds, you exit from the right hand side, so we're going to want to spin the bed around this way. So that way we hop in, it says good night up in the corner there, right click again to get out, and it's daytime. So those are things you can do at night. You can also do any baking that you need to do. So if we were to grab the sand here and the leaves, we could make some glass. Which takes a lot of time. There we go. Throw in there, burn a little bit better. And we can also throw some cobblestone in there and make smooth stone that we can build with. And while that's baking, we're going to go ahead and hop outside here. And we have some of these saplings that we gathered. We can start a tree farm. We'll go up here on this ridge up here. This can be our tree farm. And I like to space mine 1 square apart. So that'll give us 4 trees right up here, where it's easy access and away from the sand monsters. Okay, so we got some smooth stone now, along with our cobblestone. Next thing we're going to talk about is how to not get lost. And we're going to make something that I like to call a compass stone. So I'll make some room here. Okay, so there's our compass. I want to figure out which way is north. To do that, look at your sun. You can see the sun is going up. The sun rises in the east, so that means this way is east. So we put east on our right hand side, that is north. So we can now navigate based on north, south, east, west. The other thing I like to do is mark which way is home. I do that by placing a block of sand on the side that points to home. So now whenever we go out and about, when we go exploring, we can build a compass stone like this and it'll help us find our way around. So I could head north for a good long while and build another compass stone there, and I would put the sand block on the south side to point back to home. So that's just a simple way of marking where you're at and how to get back home. Another thing, if you have the map mod installed, you can get 4 blocks of dirt like this. And there you go. That builds you a map, which you can then swing just like a normal tool, and it'll give you a 16 square grid view of where you're at. So you can see we have the house there with the bed, and we have our compass stone, and it lets you give a really good overhead view. So we head over this way. Let me swing our map again. We can start to see desert. It doesn't adjust for which direction you're facing, so you do have to keep north, south, east, west in mind, which is why we do the compass stones. So here comes all our sand people spawning since we've come close to the desert here. Head back over towards our house here. Alright, I mentioned we'd talk about the safety tower in the previous episode. The purpose of the safety tower is to help you find your way home in case you get lost. So just like the compass stone here, it's a tool to help you get unlost. And the way that that helps is if you push R, that enables full viewing range. So even if you're very far away, if you have a safety tower that you can see that's really, really tall, then that allows you to find your way home. The problem with the safety tower is getting off. Most people build their safety tower just a single block really, really, really high so you can get a safety tower early. I like to build mine next to water so you can jump off, land in the water, you'll get hurt but you won't die. So that's one way of handling that. The other option is to get some steel, some iron, which you then bake and turn into steel, and that will allow you to make a bucket that you can then scoop up some water. When you get to the top, build a little platform like that, put your water in the middle, and you have an elevator that lets you get up and down. So we have a nice little cave right underneath our house here. So I'm thinking we should probably see if we can get down here without getting hurt too much. Okay, got some more coal over this way. I'm going to do, because this is so close to our house, is I'm going to see if we can attach this into our basement. Once we get all the coal located here. And this is a way that you can add a lot of space onto your house without having to do a whole bunch of digging. Okay, just like that. Some coal back over here as well. Again, this is so we can get our resources built up so that come nighttime, if we had to stay inside, if we didn't have the bed mod installed, we would be able to bake things, build more torches, which also keeps the different types of monsters away pretty well. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Let's use our map here to see. So we're in this cave, which goes clear over this way, and we want to attach it to our basement over there. So head over this way and start digging through here. Now if you're unsure when you're underground and you're using your map, just dig a line out like that, and that'll let you know which direction you're facing, if you're facing the right way. So now we go to the end here, and we're going to turn left, and we need to mine this way. Oh, that's why we built two. And in short order, we should end up inside our basement. Get some light in here so we can see. Now, depending on how deep we are, we may have to build some stairs up into our basement. Okay, looks like we have a little bit further to go still. There we are. And like I said, we're a little bit low, so we're going to have to build some stairs to connect back in. A good level there. Now for stairs, you build a diagonal like this and fill in the bottom, and that gives you cobble stairs. And we're going to back up like this. The stairs will always turn to the direction you're facing, so it's easier to add stairs from the bottom going up. There is a screwdriver tool that you can use to change that, but you have to find steel before you can build one of those. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what you can be working on at night, ways that you can expand your home to include pre-existing areas like this here. Let's go ahead. Use some dirt to close this back in here now that we've got it attached to our house. Something like that. So now if we go around top side, we'll see that we just covered that right back in. Alright, while we're out here, let's go ahead and get some more dirt. I like to keep a goodly amount of dirt on hand for scaffolding when I'm building things or exploring, because you don't have to use a pickaxe to dig it. You can just use your bare hand. So it makes it a good scaffolding material. And we'll put a couple of these back in for our tree farm. Looks like there's a pretty good cave complex under here. We just got to tie into everything. Still haven't seen any iron yet. Oh, this is the same one. Okay. dark, so we need to head back. You have to wait for the moon to completely clear the horizon before the bed will work. So we'll hop in here and just wait a minute. Maybe put a glob of sand here. We can work on our house while we're waiting. Okay. There we are. And now we should be able to hop in bed. Good night. Hop back out. And we're ready to go again. Alright, that's a pretty good length for this episode. We've covered everything I wanted to. Again, some of these mods are really worth the time to install. I'll include a link to the map mod. The original fork on GitHub or the original branch on GitHub, it doesn't have the recipe anymore. So I'll include a link to mine so that you can get the recipe already in there so that you can just add it to your mod folder and be able to use it right off the bat. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys later.